Howdy, folks. We are back with more of the free-to-play shenanigans. Alright, I've done a few things since last we were on. And I will be showing you what those are. I'm not done with everything I was working on. I need more dilithium, more refined dilithium. It's going to take me time to get enough to get what I want. So I've actually hit max level since I've been on stream. Done a few missions here and there, some SDFs, stuff to make lithium. Wanted to show a few things that I am working on, but we have picked up a couple of new ships. I did craft and sell off some Omega fragments, some more, which got me enough money to buy a ship that I wanted, and which I'm not using just yet. I will be using it. I need to upgrade some stuff for it. So to pick up a ship and to buy a bunch of upgrade books for weapons and such. I'll be getting more of those later. But I've got two new ships. When I hit 61, I was able to claim a free Tier 5 upgradable ship from the C store. The options were hang on, let's see if I can find them here. Where are you? There we go. The Exploration Cruiser retrofit, the Tactical Escort retrofit, and the Long Range Science Pistol retrofit. I.e., the Galaxy class, the Enterprise D, the Uptech Enterprise D, the Uptech Defiant, and the Uptech Voyager. These require an upgrade book, an upgrade thing. They sell for a lot right now. They're a bit overpriced in the exchange. They're like last I checked, they're like 20 million, which means I can't get those until I increase my my credit cap, which is unfortunate. However, I was able to drop about 4 million on the exchange to pick up a Voss Bastion flight deck cruiser, which is a upgradable ship that automatically upgrades because it's a lockbox ship. And I've crafted a bunch of purple quality Mark II beam weapons. And I've been upgrading them. I've only upgraded one of them to Mark 12. I got to get the rest of them up to Mark 12. I don't have enough dilithium at the moment to do that. Actually, that one I'm going to upgrade, at least dump the first book into, because I've got enough dilithium for that. I haven't refined it yet. That's duh. Can't refine it yet. Never mind. Okay. Can't refine dilithium yet. That's fine. We're not using the ship yet. I don't have all the stuff I'm going to want for it. Like, I'm going to need engineering consoles for it. This is actually a really solid ship. I was looking into it. It's basically the same maneuverability as the Galaxy, maybe a little bit less maneuverable. I think its inertia's not as good, but it gets a wing of fighters, and I much prefer its bridge officer layout to the Galaxy's. The Exploration Cruiser retrofit is so engineering heavy. It's actually kind of painful. That said, you can build it into a reasonably good Ox battery cruiser, and I'll show you what one of the things you need to do in order to do that in a minute, actually. So what was I doing? Oh, right, yeah. So I was telling you what I've been doing. So I picked that up. Been running STFs to get reputation marks and basically everything. I've not bothered with competitive marks because, yeah. So I'm making progress. I did get to rank 2 in a couple, so that means I can actually grab some space reputation traits now. Don't have many of them at the moment, but we're going to grab precision because that is good. I guess we'll get enhanced shield pen for the time being. Increase hull hit points and hull regen. Sure, that'll do for now. But it basically falls in the category better than nothing. When I get to rank 2 into more of them, I'll have more traits to choose from. There's one I definitely want, the increased crit severity. Been doing endeavors when I can. The personal endeavors, okay, so there's a new endeavor system they put in where you earn progress towards the perk points, and you get a choice of a few different perks completely at random, and they give you minor bonuses. You get a free one to start with, which I chose Max Shields because, yeah. The other ones were not that interesting, my options. So, I've kept running the Tour of the Galaxy. I make about 500,000 credits a run, maybe a little bit more, depends. And been doing the daily for Q. I'm going to show you a couple other things that we're working on. So I've started doing the Colonial Duty Officer stuff. That is actually really important. They get you a bunch. They will eventually get you a bunch of very useful duty officers. I'm a little thin on the high quality ones, so I'm only doing one nebula at a time. And I started working on Bertrand. Realistically, I probably, thinking about it, I maybe should have started with some other ones, but we'll start with the Bertrand. I want to get Bertrand to the point where I can actually get the. So okay, here's how the thing about them is the nebulas. Each of them has a chain of duty officer missions that, if you complete the chain, gets you a blue quality duty officer. That's specific for that particular nebula. And then after that, every now and then they'll have a mission, a duty officer mission there called support, whatever the name of the nebula efforts. And if you get a critical success on those, you get a purple quality of the duty officer type. And there are a bunch of them that are very handy. When I hit level 65, you get a free pack of duty officer stuff, a few duty officers, and I lucked into one that was one I would have run from wanted from one of the nebulas in purple quality, and you can only run one of that one, so I don't need to run that nebula chain. I probably will eventually because they're worth a lot of commendation XP, and there's some good stuff you can get from the commendation XP rewards. So. We're gonna head to Bertrand. Probably gonna go run a patrol mission to get so I can harvest some materials in space, or maybe I'll just actually, you know. Oh no, there's something else I was gonna do. They'll let me do that. All right. So I'm at stage 3 of 7. I do not have enough colonists at the moment, so I can't do this one yet. That's fine. All right, let's go here, and we will run resettle colonists. That'll get me some more colonists. I can't do that. Means I can't do it right now. So this is the purple quality I got. That's actually really good. The gravimetric scientist. That'll be really good for my science ship, my Vulcan science ship, when I get that. I should be more focused on doing duty officer stuff, but I just don't want to do that right now. Admiralty stuff. Those will come off in 7 hours. We'll see what we can do with what we got at the time being. Ooh, that one's got some good stuff in it. So can I pull that off? All right. So since I hit level 65, I also got the Sea of Etane, which is a very, very good ship. Oh God, I don't have a lot of science tactical stuff here. That's unfortunate. My good escort is on cooldown, isn't it? Yeah. I need more. This is one of the reasons I'm going to be buying some ships off the exchange, tier 5 lockbox ships off the exchange, because they will give me some useful admiralty stuff, which is a good source of dilithium and other stuff that I will want eventually. Let's see how close we can get this with the stuff we got. So we'll throw the Bastion, the Tane, and the Escort is our best. That's actually really close. Cool. We'll go with it. I don't have enough ships to run a lot of them at once. Anyway, so this one, the Bertrand cluster gets you a duty officer called a Technician. The Technician, when slotted on... no, not you, close. There we go. If you go to roster and you go to active, There's slots you can put in here. I don't have a lot of good stuff for this right now. But the technicians, what they allow you to do is when you use an ability called aux to battery, which is not a very useful ability in and of itself. It dumps your auxiliary power basically it dumps your auxiliary power to 0, and however much you dumped from that gets added to all your other power stuff for a while. It's okay, and then they crash, and it's not great. It's not actually a good ability, but the technician, each technician gives you a chance when you activate aux to bat to reduce the cooldown of all your bridge officer abilities. And if you've got 3 purple ones, or even with 3 blues, your odds are really good at pulling it off. 3 purple ones basically guarantees that you'll get the cooldown reduction. And if you have 2 copies of aux to battery, the lieutenant level one, which I think the first level of it, you're basically able to keep them in cycle always and constantly reducing the cooldowns on all your bridge officer abilities, which is really, really nice. It allows you to keep up the buffs from emergency power to weapons and emergency power to shields and such up constantly, without actually having to do other things. It allows you to it'll also let you use limited. Most cruisers have very limited tactical officers slots, and that allows you to actually use be able to keep up tac officer abilities that you wouldn't normally be able to keep up. It's very nice. The exploration cruiser retrofit's not a good aux to bat ship because it's so limited on its tac slots, but you can aux to bat to at least get something out of your tactical slots that you do have. Alright. There are a few other ones. There are a couple that are really good for engineers. I believe it's... Hang on, let me look this up. Colony... There we go. Assignment chain colonization. Yep. There we go. So... The Dekel cluster gets you a armory officer who's really good, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that gives you a chance to beam an additional phaser disruptor or plasma turret. It's very nice. Is that the one I'm thinking it is? Yep, the fabrication engineer is the other one that you can get, which gives you a chance to create extra support drones when you use that ability. Which is very nice for engineers. The Dekel one is actually is good for anybody who has engineer bridge officers, because those trigger on your for your bridge officers too, which is nice. So I'd recommend picking up the Dekel ones for basically anybody if you're running at least one engineer with creating a turrets, which is something I would consider doing. The Tong Nebula has the security officer one that is really good for tactical officers, because it means that it gives you a chance to beam extra security officers when you use your use your beam in extra security officers ability that tactical officers get. It's very nice. But all of them have useful stuff in them. I really recommend going through the officer chains, and you can get a boatload of combination XP for them. So it's really worth doing. What else have I been doing? Oh, right, yeah. I reran... I can't remember the mission all of a sudden. Hang on. Reran... Step Between Stars to complete my full set of the Solanae deflector array stuff. Solanae set. So that will be a big help for me. Got a complete set, which is nice. It's not the optimal set, but it'll be nice. It'll be handy to have. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Before I go on, I do want to say, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching there. And for anybody, if you want me to, I would really appreciate it if you've got questions you'd like answered, and piece of advice or what have you, for a future video. Please post them in the comment section on YouTube. And that way I can have their reference for the next video, and we'll put that in there. So yeah, thank you. Hopefully, I could really use. I'd love to know what you guys want to know about. I'd be happy to help with that. The other thing that's happened is the recent patch actually fixed an issue I was having. Hey, Kaz, how you doing? Where are you, dumbass? There you are, Joel Quinn. I can actually do the missions that were taken out of the main story, finally. Spectres unlock some useful stuff that I'm going to want. They all have some useful stuff. They're all stuff that actually a lot of people sort of find kind of dull. Lost Dominions got some good rewards. Spectres, they all have some good rewards, though, which is why I'm going to do them. So I actually want to do Spectres, honestly.
We've received reports of strange events in the Eta Eridani sector, near the Donatu system. Time permitting, follow up and see what you can find.
Okie dokie. I've been wanting to do this mission for a while.
Job that requires your specific skills. I expect you to be efficient and discreet. Don't disappoint me.
Oh, hello, Franklin Drake.
We have reports of a true wave fleet entering the neutral zone and picking a fight with the Klingons near the Donatu system. Having two of our enemies fight is good for the Federation, but I want to know why the true way is so far out of their territory. Intercept them and deal with them. If you need to engage the Klingons as well, do so. A Starfleet task force has already been sent to the area. You'll need to join them in the Donatu system as soon as possible. Until next time.
I did not want to do that. Nope, stop. Stop. God damn it. All right. I think I just wanted to enter the Donatu system there and so this is an old mission. This has been around. This chain has been around for a long time. This was originally like a level 11 mission that they took out. They took out of the main story arc. It's got some good rewards though, which is one of the reasons I'm running it now. I'd run it earlier if I'd been able to. All right. Whoa! Holy cow! I got smushed. Dang! That don't happen often. Holy crap. Ooh. Ooh, that hurt. Okay. Whew, that was rough. Yeah, I'm beginning to feel a pinch of this not being at least a tier 5 upgradable ship. It being a tier 5 not upgradable. It's beginning to lag. It's beginning to lose a little bit of its... it just doesn't have the survivability that I really want from it. There are a few options I'll be able to look into, though, on the exchange for an escort. Whew. No, I was going the right way. Okay. All right. Okay. Whew. Onto the bridge. Okay. And I forgot to grab stuff. I forgot to look for stuff in space. Oh, I didn't take it out? Yeah, I did. I need to look for crafting materials in space for one of my personal endeavors. Investigate dead Cardassian. Yeah, we saw strange blue ghostly things. I wonder what those could be. No. More of them. Nope. I know what they are. Well, I mean, I know what they are. My character would not have any fucking clue. Use medkit. So the medical records of everybody in the medical cells here. I'm not going to read them off because I'm trying to complete this fairly quickly. But you get a lot of very useful information out of this that you need in order to be able to do the thing. There's another one. Alright, there's all the patient records. We want the Neuralite probe. Reference determine this individual died from radical decrease in neural energy. Yep. They track energy residue from the internal sensors over here. We're looking for trialic waves, it turns out. You can scan through all of them. Turns out there's trialic wave imagery on the bridge. Yeah. Alright, now... Big boss dude. And there we go. That's a pretty good shield. I'll probably get to one of my ground crew, actually. It turns out they're Davidians. Alright, let's see. Who's got the worst shields of the crew? Let's give it to Scarvin. A blue Mark 12 is actually pretty nice for him. Yeah, that's better. Alright, and Tarsi. Okay. Hopefully we'll get better. We'll hopefully be able to get better shields for them later, but it'll do for now. Aha.
Repairs to the Axon go as expected. Running low on deuterium and warp coils. Wish there was more time between battles to do more than patch critical systems. But time is the most precious commodity there is. 4 crewmen down. 1 died in battle with Klingon forces, but 3 others died in accidents. I have spoken to them. nothing but his dreams of glory and return to conquest. Unusual spike in triolic wave energy may be affecting warp core efficiency. Must speak to Triolic and see if his sensor readings have turned up anything unusual. Letter from Maja arrived today. She and the children are well, but she worries about me. She wants me to lead the troop and return to Cardassian Prime. 6 months ago, I would have ignored her views. Now, I do so. I see no end to this fighting.
That's too bad.
Perhaps she's right.
Sadly, yeah.
Science Officer's Log, Stardate 86790.8. My duties on a combat mission are limited, but I was pleased today to have a chance to scan the approaching Griffin's Comet. The comet itself has not been a focus of much scientific inquiry, and it last passed through this sector in the late 23rd century. My scans, however, reveal surprising amounts of triolic wave energy emitting from the comet, as well as detectable
Dun, dun,
amounts
dun.
of chronoton particles. The triolic waves will unfortunately prevent a closer study of the comet. They are quite harmful to humanoid life forms, and the captain is loath to jeopardize our mission for my curiosity. I have requested the launch of a Class 1 probe. The chronotons are of even greater interest. They
Chronotons.
appear in instances of temporal disturbances, which could mean that this comet has been, or will be, in the presence of a temporal event. Time mechanics are so cumbersome. I must have more data. But the captain has never had much interest in science. Perhaps I will remind him that chronoton particles are harmful against the aliens who live in the Bajoran wormhole. A potential weapon to use against the Bajoran's gods may be of enough interest to him to divert our course.
Are you sure you found no sign of the Cardassians attempting to open a portal, or otherwise bring the Davidians into our phase variants? This is troublesome. There are pieces to the puzzle I don't have yet. Let me do some digging and I will be in touch.
This I want. It gives you a 15-second big boost all damage resistance rating. It's actually very
Until
handy.
next time.
Let's go spin the wheel.
Until next time.
We'll do that in a second, because having done that has unlocked, should have unlocked Alhena, which is something I wanted to show people last time. Oh, so happy. If I've unlocked this, I'm hoping. I'm going to be wanting to run this mission a fair bit when I'm flying my Bastion. We're almost there. I think having done that should unlock this. Yep. Incoming distress signal. Alhena refueling station has exclusive contract to supply ships to the front with deuterium. For the contract we assigned with the government, you secure protection to the blah 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 blah. Alright, great. This mission may be repeated daily. This is a very handy mission. My camera's off center. There we go. That's better. Is that good? That's part of our deal. Yeah. So the Cardassians are attacking the deuterium tanks. fucking goddamn bloody hell Galors. I hate Galors so much. I'm gonna get blown up because this fucking goddamn cheating bastard Galors hurt like motherfuckers. I know what part of the problem is now. Actually, I saw an effect that actually tipped me off. Yeah, god damn it. Galors have. I just realized what the Galors. One of the reasons Galors kicked my ass. Oh, god damn it. They have an ability that reflects damage, is what it is. Shit. God damn, it's going badly because fucking Galor's taking longer to kill. It's not normally a difficult mission. Like, this is normally not a hard mission at all. I'm a little undergeared, and I... Fucking Galor, ugh. Hate Galors so much.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Die, you fucker. Alright, there's one more thing coming in. Should be a Keldon. Yep. Cardassian Commander. Should be a couple of Hidekis and a Keldon. Yep. There we go. Whew. Alright, so we get a determined surplus for this. But before we leave... they got one of the tanks, okay. From all the remaining tanks, you can actually beam some deuterium surplus off. So if all 3 are available, you can get like a total of like 5. They blew up 1, which is unfortunate, but it could be worse. I'll take it. Ow. See, I wanted to do that because I should have. Oh no, okay, yeah, yeah, you get a total of 4 out of it, which is fine. Let us equip that. I'll replace that battery with that. All right, so deuterium surplus. Here, first, let me show you what evasive maneuvers do. Evasive maneuver gives you plus 500% flight turn speed, turn rate, and turn rate strength. It gives you a bunch of turn rate, and speed, and up to 25 defense rating based on your current speed, etc. The deuterium surplus gives you deuterium burn, which gives you not quite as much, but it's basically a mini. It's a mini evasive maneuvers, basically. Very handy little bonus of bonus maneuverability. It's very, very nice for big cumbersome ships, where you actually can get a significant amount of maneuverability out of evasive maneuvers. So you can get something similar out of the deuterium burn and actually be able to position yourself better. I really recommend picking that up, running that daily for a while, and picking up a good chunk of it. Did I forget to? I did. I should be able to find the thing I'm looking for on Drazana Station, actually. If I can't, I'll just transfer back over to Seoul and come back here afterwards. That's fine. Welcome to Drazana. Alright, there should be a shopkeep here that I can actually hit up for consumables, which I do want. Commodity vendor. Yeah. Large hypos. There we go. Beautiful. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Let's get a stack of 20. That's exactly what I was looking for. Fab. I might as well clear my inventory out while I'm here. Oh, one other thing I did. I forgot to mention. There we go. They actually, there is on. Hang on, let me dig up where this is. Oh boy. Looking this up. Right, so the website MMOgames.com has a giveaway going where you can get an NX, a free copy, free NX class light cruiser for a character, along with basically with the Elite Starter Services Starter Pack for free. It's a promotional version of them. I grabbed them on this account. You have to create an account on MMOgames.com, though, so if you don't want to do that, that's totally understandable. But it is free, so my recommendation for doing that, if you want to do that, would be if you want to do it but didn't really want, if you don't want to give them your info, make a throwaway email account and just use that to register the thing with. Ah, well, didn't want to sell that, but whatever. Not a big deal. So yeah, I got a bunch more inventory space and a freebie tier 1 ship that I'm never going to use, but,
Get your Comet cocktails! 4.7% discount for the next 3 minutes. Welcome to Drosana Station, the home of the finest libations and pleasures this side of Rex. Care to hear about today's specials? Have you tried?
That said,
the Comet
it is.
cocktail? It's out of this world.
The two things are grabbable separately, so you could grab the. What you could do, and what I could have considered doing, is grab the inventory upgrade on your main character, and then grab the NX on a new character if you want to make another character to have another character to find lithium with and such, which is not a bad idea.
Aren't we all? Me?
And use that for your starter ship for them, because it is vastly more fun to fly than the starter ship you normally get.
So, are you looking for someone in particular, or just some company? Oh yeah, I know Samara. Maybe she's been here recently, and maybe she hasn't. My memory is kind of hazy.
Right, maybe we should come to some agreement.
Yeah, I'm sure we can. In fact, I feel my memory clearing up already. I tell you what, I know you Starfleet types aren't big on latinum, but what you do have are skills and a willingness to get your hands dirty. That's what I need right now. Our replicators are on the fritz. Maybe it's the whole power system, because the lights are going wonky too. But a little blue mood lighting isn't as big a problem for me as unfilled drink orders. Go to the cargo bay and get my replicators working. By the time you're done, I'm sure I will have remembered where I last saw Zamara.
Doop 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 doo. All right. All right. There are a few things we got to scan. Alright, so the rules are not every system may need to be used. Environmental systems cannot connect to the holo suites. Replicators must have a connection to the environmental controls. Gravity controls can connect to environmental controls and the defense grid, but not replicators. Connection must end with the system to which you're attempting to restore power. Start connection to the replicators or the power connection will fail. The fourth connection must be the defense grid. So that's 1, 2... I forget the route. Right, okay. Then we go to the defense grid. I think it's back to environmental and then over to the replicators. Bingo. Done.
Get your Comet cocktails. 4.7% discount for the next 3 minutes. Have you tried? They are fine.
Let's go talk to... Oh, look, Davidian's lovely.
Be careful. They're watching. I'm not in the mood for a chat right now, thanks. Shh. Keep your voice down. I'm being watched. I've seen too many familiar faces in the crowd, and there are shadows. Watchers in the dark. I see them out of the corner of my eye when they think I'm not looking, but I'm always looking. When the lights change, there they are. Watch yourself. You weren't sent to help me. You were sent to watch me. Drake needs me to keep feeding information to Starfleet intelligence. The Klingons come here and they drink and they talk. It's amazing the bits of information you can pick up around a Dabo table. Everything, even the smallest detail, is important. Captain Gerard was in here last week. He ordered blood wine, an entire bottle of the 2309 vintage, to be exact. That business with the House of Torg must have upset him more than we knew. When Gerard's happy, he drinks Warnog. Watch yourself. They're everywhere. Torg was on the High Council until he made a play to destroy the House of Martok. He was partially successful. Mavan, son of Drex, is dead. The house has no heir unless Drex takes a new mate and fathers a new son. But Martok's widow is wise. Her son, Drex, was off fighting in the war, so Lady Sorella called in KDF officers to defend her house. They exposed Torg's treachery, and Jempok was forced to discommendate him. As to why that would make Gerard unhappy? Torg raised Gerard after his mother died. Now he is an outcast, and his house has fallen. Gerard cannot speak to him without losing his own honor. Watch yourself. Find out who's watching me. I'm not safe here. The Klingons are looking for me. They know someone has been feeding intelligence to Starfleet. Ghosts are always watching. Their eyes are hungry. Yesterday, they surrounded a drunken Klingon. Now he's dead. They will find me when the blue light shines, and then I'll disappear.
I know what the ghosts are.
How could you know that? You may think you know. You may even have readings in your tricorder that you think are right, but you don't know. How could you know?
Okay, she's a little paranoid.
They watch me, and I watch them. No, they're everywhere. They're watching. You've been here too long. Someone will notice that we're together. Go do something else. Play Dabo. I'll contact you when I'm ready. When it's safe. Watch.
Okay, let's go play Dabo.
Spin the wheel and win.
Yep.
Davo! Close enough. couldn't wait for you to get that lucky. We would have been here all night. Psst. Zamara wants me to give you a message. She wants you to know, if you're interested in finding out what's really going on here at Drazana Station, you need to check out the lower levels. I have an access code for you that will get you past the security door.
Oh, this is actually Lita. It's not Hollow
If you
Lita.
want to
Interesting.
talk with her again, I suggest you collect
No, it's
your
Hollow Lita.
wings and catch her before she leaves.
That's Hollow Lita.
I'm not in the mood for a chat. You don't need to worry about me. I'm going to leave this place to the ghosts. They seem to belong here more than we do. I've booked passage on a ship. You don't need to know which one. Just tell Drake. He'll keep getting his intel, one way or another. Good luck. You're going to need it.
Doop, 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 doo.
Welcome to Drazana.
Yeah, not interested. So I'm gonna go to Deep Space K7. Lieutenant Kloppo is back. Which way is he? Yep, this way. Okay. He's over here. There's Kloppo.
How can I help you? So that explains why Drake was interested in the prototype. It was a complete failure at detecting polarization cloaks. But if I added a phase modulator and reversed the polarity, these modifications should be no problem. And when I'm done, this beam will pack quite a punch against phase-shifted Davidians. I'll forward the weapon on to Drake as soon as I'm done. Be careful. The Davidians won't stop. I'm afraid we'll have to be ready to fight. Good luck.
Good work. Zamara may think she has slipped my noose, but I always have ways of keeping tabs on her. I take special care to know all about people in whom I have an interest. But you already know that, don't you? The ghosts that Zamara mentioned concern me, however. You already encountered Davidians once. It's likely they're on Drazana Station as well. And I won't let them use Federation citizens as food. Lieutenant Kloppo has completed work on the synchronic distortion prototype rifle. It should help you when you're ready to enter the lower levels of Drazana. Drake out. I expect you to be efficient and discreet. Don't Good work. Zamara may think she has slipped my noose.
I thought I did.
But I always have ways. Until next time.
Okay, what lies beneath?
It's clear the Davidian. Until next time.
Back to Trozana. And for this mission, I'll want that instead of my sniper rifle. This is designed to fight the Davidians.
Welcome to Jorzana.
Boop, 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 boop. Hang on, I think there's something over here I want to look at. I forget. There, yep. The door does not open again, right? Door's stuck, we have to go around. Yeah, that always hits you for some reason. Over the locked in lift. We're not where we're supposed to be. I have to a bunch of backup relays so that we can actually fix shit.
Log entry supplemental. The strange power fluctuations are related to the problems in the power subsystems on the upper decks. So I'm looking into the possibility of feedback damage or spikes in the environmental systems. It could take some time to find the problem and make repairs, though. Particularly if I need to use the replicators to create replacement components. Balan is loath to allow use of the replicators for anything more than blood wine and Gramillion sandpeas. This is dirty, uncomfortable, and thoroughly disagreeable work. Naturally, as soon as the job involves mucking around in the recycled atmosphere and waste processing, I get the short straw.
Poor dude. Doop doop doo. That's everything in here for the moment. And my anti-proton rifle's working just fine on them. Interesting. Okay. I may have to get up and stretch in a minute or two. Feeling kind of stiff.
I see. Barnacle, Barnacle, what will you do?
Yep. He just vanished. He up and went poof.
Barnacle, Barnacle, dress on red. Barnacle, Barnacle, soon you'll be dead.
You have to help me. I came down here to check on one of the atmosphere regulators, and someone shot me. I'm not sure. Open this door and get me out of here. Oh, prophets, no. He's back. He's no.
That's bad. She dead.
Log entry supplemental. I've upgraded a few of the components on this level, including remote overrides for bleed valves and fire controls, hollow emitters to expedite further repairs, and
We'll listen to that after we finish murdering these spiders.
log entry supplemental. I've upgraded a few
Stupid
of the
spiders.
components on this level, including remote overrides for bleed valves on environment controls, hollow emitters to expedite further repairs, and security overrides in case of emergency. I'm starting to suspect that the low-level radiation I've detected on these decks has affected the station inhabitants, and that some are showing signs of transient acute schizophrenia and paranoia. I'll have to maintain contact silence for now, so that they don't interfere while I'm trying to repair the systems. Once I've corrected the problems causing the radiation leaks, we can deal with the symptoms. Log entry supplemental. My work here will take far longer than I originally anticipated. Fortunately, I've engaged a safety interlock on the maintenance lift, so no one will come down here without me knowing about it. I found several program errors that have purged the affected subroutines. The work is much easier now. Soon, everything will be under control.
Yeah, he's kind of going crazy.
They sent you, didn't they, my old Bonnekin? To halt my work, to change my program. You'll not survive to perform such gypsies. Oh no, my pretty Bonnekin.
Yeah, he's a hologram. Oh, come on! Ugh. Sigh. Yep. And now we go to the correct floor. Alright. Hang on, I just realized. I should have activated my triple a while ago. So I have to unlock the door, which is in here, locked in here somewhere. Alright, yeah, it's back here. We gotta jump by a bunch of Davidians. Yep. So yeah, I think I'm debating what my next ship I'm gonna buy is when I get enough energy credits for it. It's gonna be an escort of some sort because I want a better escort than what I'm currently flying. So there are a couple of options as far as I'm concerned. The Tholian Meshweaver is a probable good pick. I'm a big fan of that ship, actually. That's a lot of Davidians. Fortunately, we don't have to fight them yet. Hang on a second. Let me actually pull up a doc here. We'll pull up the doc after we finish this mission, and I'll go over it in the chat and show you guys what I'm looking at. Is there a scannable thing in here? No, apparently not. Okay. Not scannable, but I mean excuse me, I'm a little zonked. We're almost done with this mission. This mission's not too bad. Like the only reason most people I know play Star Trek Online, skip it eventually start skipping it, is because it's just a case of they're tired of it. It's not a particularly interesting mission to do. Mission chain, but it's got some good rewards for it, so... And over here is the time portal. Gotta go to D-Space K7 again. Also, there's the running between Drazana and K7 that gets tedious. There are 2 more missions after this in the... Oh, damn, I didn't want to redock. God damn it. Wrong button. My bad. That was my bad. There are 2 more missions in the chain. Both of which are neat, honestly. They're neat missions, but I do understand why people get tired of them. And they're now completely optional. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna go over the stuff that's available in the. Hey, Maktai, how you doing? Oh, Doc, please. All right. Thankfully, we don't have to go very far. We just have to do this computer here. Analyze the data.
Now that we know the Davidians have a portal to the past and approximately where they are focusing their attention, I see no other choice than to send you and your crew back there to stop them before they kill again. I'll be honest, time travel is a tool. At times, it is a useful one. I know Starfleet has hundreds of regulations about temporal incursions, but my job is to preserve the Federation, not make Admiral Quinn and the rest of the suits at Starfleet Command happy. If we break a few rules along the way, so be it. I need to make some preparations before you can proceed. I will contact you when the time is right. Drake out. Until next time. Obviously, the Davidians have found a way to harness this surge of triolic energy. The existence of the Davidian portal means they're traveling freely between the station in the present and in the past. Since 23rd century technology can't detect the Davidian phase shift, that time period is rife with potential victims. The only choice now is to stop the incursion at the source.
Yep.
You'll have to take that portal into the past and find out how the Davidians are creating this new surge of triolic energy. Stop them and find a way back without altering the timeline. Don't worry about temporal investigations. I'll pull a few strings. They'll never know you were gone. Best to keep your team small just in case. Until next time.
All right. Now, All right, so I wanted to actually go over the ships I'm looking at a little bit here. There is a very nice little website called sto.gamepedia.com, and if you do that and go to the playable starship section, let me get this up on stream here. Here we go. There we go. Beautiful. Now you guys can see what I'm looking at. They've got a list of everything. So we're going to look in the Tier 5 Level 50 category. And there are a few ships. We would normally be looking in the Federation, but these are usable by everybody. So we will scroll down to the generic stuff here. Cross-faction section. We're going to be looking at Tier 5 stuff. Most of them are up, actually, there are several of them, like the small craft are up here. Yeah, these are level scaling ships that are Tier 6. We're not looking at those. So the ones we're looking at are the ones that'll be listed as lockboxes, not like Zen or Lobie Crystal. So we got the APU Cruiser. Luxury Cruiser is not one of the ones we're looking at. The Decor Marauder, Malon Battle Cruiser. I grabbed the Voth Bastion Flight Deck Cruiser. And I'll show you guys why I like that one. Escorts. All right. So, yeah, it looks like the Hirogen Hunter, Tholian Meshweaver, and the Elachi Skulth are the possible ones. We can also look at destroyers. I'm not a big fan of destroyers though, but I'll show you why. I'll show you why actually. Not for what I want to do. I actually think they're good ships, but I'm going to show you guys. Got the Voth queued up. All right, and the ones we're looking mostly at is the Hirogen and the Tholian. Honestly, so I don't think the Skulth is available from that. And I'll show you guys the Decora also while we're at it. So yeah, the ship I grabbed is these have all these really nice little bits of information on them. They list their hull, all this stuff. They got their stat modifiers. Like the Bastion has a very high shield modifier for a cruiser. Most cruisers are around 1.0 to 1.1. That's a hull modifier, sorry. They're not usually this high. The shield modifiers usually run from 1.0 to 1.1 in cruisers, so it's got very good shields. Turn rate of 6 degrees per second is very low. Impulse modifier 0.15 is fairly typical for a slow cruiser, and the inertia rating is very low also. Inertia rating basically determines how quickly ships register changes in speed and vector, basically, and how quickly they turn. How quickly they respond to you telling them to turn is what I should say. Whereas turn rate tells you how quickly they turn once they're actually turning. So the higher the inertia rating, the better, because the more quickly it responds. The nice thing about the Bastion flight deck cruisers, it carries a wing of Voth heavy fighters, which are not bad. It has so it's bridge officer seating I'll show you what the nice thing about it is in a second. So it's got Lieutenant Tactical, Commander Engineering, Lieutenant Commander Science, which is actually pretty nice, and then it's got 2 universal seats, which is really nice. So like I could go with throwing the Ensign Universal into Tactical and the Lieutenant Universal into Engineering and build an Aux to Bat ship. And that would probably be pretty good. Or I could throw the Engineering Lieutenant into Bridge Officer and just into Tactical and just have a bigger suite of Bridge Officer abilities. I haven't decided which I want to do yet. I'm leaning towards until I get the Technicians. I'm definitely going to put a Tactical Officer in this seat and probably an Engineer in that seat. But once I get once I can get enough Technicians, I might swap it over to an Aux to Bat setup. Fairly typical, 4 forward, 4 aft weapons. It automatically upgrades to 5U because it's a lockbox ship. And it comes with a console which doesn't have any passive abilities, but it's got an interesting click ability. The Reflective Shield Amplifier. It makes basically for 20 seconds or until it absorbs 100,000 damage, pre-resists. It makes you immune to damage and reduces all your outgoing damage, reduces your flight speed and flight turn rate by 50%. So you don't do much damage, but you reflect 100% of incoming energy damage back at the attackers while active. It's a fun console. I don't think it's actually good, but it's fun. But the ship itself is really solid. It's gonna be a good solid cruiser for me. The 2 escorts I'm looking at are either the Herodian Hunter or the Tholian Meshweaver. The Hunter has a good hull modifier and solid shields. The Meshweaver is weaker in both categories. Yeah. No, same shields, weaker hull. The Hunter has turn rate of 17, impulse of 0.19. It does not actually list its doesn't list its inertia. That's annoying. Whereas Meshweaver has a 70. Their maneuverability is similar, although the Meshweaver has a higher top speed because its impulse modifier is higher. They both get bonus weapons power. In terms of bridge officer seating, the Meshweaver has Commander Tactical, Lieutenant Commander Tactical, Lieutenant Engineering, and Lieutenant Commander Science, which is actually a pretty sweet setup, actually, to be honest. Whereas the Hunter has more flexible seating, basically. Commander Tactical, Lieutenant Commander Engineering, Lieutenant Science, Lieutenant Universal, and Ensign Universal. I think I might actually end up going with the Herodian Hunter because while the Meshweaver is more nimble and I do like the Lieutenant Commander Science seat, I actually kind of want to try playing it with Lieutenant Commander Engineering because that'll enable me to get Emergency Powered Weapons 3, which would be very nice to have. But they're both good ships. Neither one's a bad pick. They're both really good escorts. The other ships I'm looking at are the Decora Marauder, which is a Ferengi ship. It's It's a cruiser. It's a battle cruiser basically. It's not super. It's a little bit more maneuverable than most cruisers. It's a 4-4 ship. It's got good offensive seating. This actually would be a pretty good aux to bat ship. Actually, looking at it with the Lieutenant Commander Tactical, Ensign Tactical, Commander Engineering, Lieutenant Engineering, and I think Lieutenant Science. Yeah. So it can aux to bat and has good tactical officer seating for that. It also gets the battle mode and some other fun stuff. The universal battle module is kind of hilarious. Is that actually a... Yeah, this is a fun little ship. I'm not sure I'm going to use it, but it's a good ship. It's a good cruiser. I actually kind of wish I was one of the ones I was considering, but the destroyers. Okay, so the destroyers are very similar to they're very similar to escorts, but they are, instead of being a oh no, this is actually a 4-3 ship. Okay, I misremembered. Okay, I thought it was a 4-4 ship for some reason, but it's a 4-3. I was misremembering. This is a possibility. It's not as maneuverable as not as maneuverable as the other two, but it's got a little bit more hull. Shield modifier is not that good. It's maneuverable. It's a solid ship. Actually, I'd actually consider that. Looking at what they get as the ship levels up, because the upgrade, the tier 5 U's and tier 6 ships get this ability, get Starship Mastery stuff, which is kind of fun. All right, so destroyers get +5 accuracy, +15 critical severity, +2.5 critical chance, +10% kinetic and all energy. Whereas escorts get accuracy, defense, bonus damage, and critical chance. So the destroyers get increased critical severity in exchange for as added cost of a bit of defense. I think I'm probably going to go with the Hirogen Hunter. That actually looks like a really solid little ship. I think I'm going to go with this one for my lockbox escort. I'll pick up. It'll depend on prices, but Anywho. I'm going to take a short break from STO. I need to get up and stretch for a minute, so I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Be right back. Okay. I'm back, and I grab myself a little bit of a snack. So I'll be muted a little bit while I'm eating. Doop 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 doo. Two more missions and we're done with this arc. Okay. Finish my yogurt.
Welcome to Jordana.
All right. Actually, before I go, change outfit. Now we'll begin everything old as new. I've got enough that's appropriate for the area I'm going to. So we're going back in time to my time period. My character's time period. All right. Take the portal to the past. Set weapons to heavy stun. All right, now we gotta get out of the room here. Door locked, yo. Now I happen to know how to do this one, so. Doop, doop, doop. There we go, up this way. It's a switch puzzle. You know. And then we flip this one again. Done. It's a pretty easy switch puzzle. Hello, how you doing?
What are you doing down here? The station is on medical alert. Nobody's supposed to be in the computer core area but me. Hey, is that a weapon? Don't try anything, or I'll have to stun you.
I'm lost.
The lift shouldn't have let you come down to this level. How did you get here?
I was stuck in the lift when the station went to alert. This is where it let me out.
You should have used the intercom to call for assistance. It's not safe to move about the station during a medical alert.
Right, I should get back up to the main station areas.
Follow me. I'm going to call security for an escort.
But if I'm contagious, won't that be dangerous?
I guess you're right. Look, just go up to the maintenance lift, get to the emergency medical center as soon as possible, and get checked out. There's a doctor up there who has set up a triage center for the affected patients.
Okay, thank you. I need to salvage some bits for a device I need to build. Control team up ahead. They went in that room there. Lock them in. Nothing in that room. Good. Hello.
Oh, hey. You shouldn't be here. You should get up to the quarantine area.
What are you working on?
Oh, just running a level 3 diagnostic on the subsystem. The computers on this station are state-of-the-art. I can simulate an entire copy of the station and display every piece of it as a wireframe model.
That's impressive.
I know, isn't it? I'm very fortunate to be able to work here. Working on a station like this really strikes home just how modern and new everything is.
Isn't the subsystem tied to the main computer core?
Yes, although it has its own memory and subprocessor as well. It can even work in parallel with the computer core's main processor.
Why doesn't you tie it into the main computer's memory?
Here, I'll show you. That's odd. The core isn't responding to my request. I need to go talk to Lieutenant Myers. Make sure you get up to the core checked out by the doctor.
Sure thing. Excuse me while I, Alright, disconnect power. Touch the discharge plate. Unlock the safety cage. Remove the monitor. Take the plank regulator. Ooh, Z particles. Nice. Those are useful. Alright. I'll head up here. Over this way. And take the elevator. The power distribution level, security's been over in the, yep, okay. Okay, we had to find a console. That'll let us through. Let's lock the door and take the Jeffries tube. Wrong way. This way. Aha. Aha! Should have looked at a little green arrow on the map. They're not looking, so let's just scoot through.
Hold it right there.
Okay, they saw me. God damn it. Okay. Ow. We've stunned the crap out of them. It used to be possible some way to get by them without actually fighting them. I forget how, though. There was a way to do it. I think they took it out because it was very erratic and buggy, so I think that's why they took it out. Can't say I blame them. Ah, Dr. McCoy. Alright, what do you need me to do? Blah, 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 blah. Blah. Take readings. Doop 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 doo. Dr. McCoy. Uh-huh. Alright. Doop 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 doo. If I remember correctly, that's the correct one. Yep. I remember the correct mix. And we're going to split off from the dock here, because there's more stuff we need to salvage. Alright, we need to integrate the subspace field emitter into the station's scanners so we can figure out what the fuck's going on. Excuse me, I'm from engineering, don't mind me. It shows that the station is becoming suffused with Triarch radiation. Radiation is coming from Driffin's comet. The comet itself is emitting a mass amount of Triarch energy. The Davidians must have realized it's a natural source of the energy. They're using it as an easy way to shift into sync with us. It's like riding behind the wake of a ship in the water. And that's not all they're doing, sir. They're harnessing Triarch energy and fusing it with chronoton particles. With that, they could have enough energy to move this entire station out of phase. Maybe even the entire sector. Alright, we have to let our people know what's going on so that we can do something about the comet. We'll use Triarch energy to form a temporal portal by filling the thing over here. But before we do that, actually, absorb so much Triarch radiation at this point, we're traveling through again could cause radiation poisoning. Normally just hydraulic. Yep, right. Let's go talk to the doc. Yo, doc. Too much Triarch radiation. Could use some hydronolin. Need a double dose? He knows. He's sort of figured out what's going on, so. The dialogue has written in there is actually pretty good. It's worth reading.
So Driffin's comet is the source of the triolic radiation. That explains a lot. However, we cannot simply destroy it in our time. The Davidians have the means to go back to the 23rd century and harness its energy there. However, that will be their only other chance. Before that, there's no Drozana station, so there's no place that will be close enough to the comet's trajectory to be of use to them. The only logical solution is to alter the past. Destroy the comet there, and save the Federation. As it happens, I have access to a way to transport your ship back to the 23rd century.
Does he now?
It's risky, but I think the odds are in your favor. And if they aren't, there's always time for another try. I'll make the arrangements. Stay in touch. Until next time.
Yep.
Until next time.
So we're going to do something kind of fun here in a moment. All right, let's go. I'm going to stick with my 23rd century uniform for a little while. I do like it.
Welcome to Drozana. You're cleared for docking.
Nope.
We have everything you need for shore leave. And a few things that you didn't even know you wanted.
Yeah, no thanks. Alrighty, let's see. Down to Peppy 113. See, that mission's another one you can rerun for a decent set of phaser banks. You feel privileged. Very few people ever can see the system. Yep, blah. The stars ideal for starship pilots called slingshot. Section 30 uses yep, blah blah. Yep, we're gonna basically slingshot around thing and go back in time. And we got a hollow thing to make us look like a Klingon ship of the era. You have to go through graviton catapults to speed us up to speed high enough to actually slingshot. Apparently. Going back in time, back in time, back in time. Cue Helios in the news. I can't sing that song, so I won't try. All right.
Attention, unidentified ship. I am Commodore Jacob Ross in command of the USS Reuben James. We have been searching for a Klingon vessel reported to have attacked a colony in the Gliese system. You fit the description of the ship we are looking for. Unless you can prove you are not, we will take immediate action.
Alright, I'll fight to disable the fucker. All right. We'll scan the ore here.
To any ships in range, please, we need help. I don't know what these things are, but they're all over the station. They're killing people. Please, you have to help us.
Not right this second. I want to scan this ore because I've got a personal endeavor to scan articles in space, materials in space, so we're going to do that. Then we'll be on station. There we go. Personal endeavor reroll token, 1,000 lithium, and 150,000 energy credits. I'll take it. That was worth. Not quite to the next point there, which is not bad. Still, that was so worth. Holy crap. That was a really good one. If I had a stream deck, Andrea, I'd consider it actually. If I had like a sound deck. I have not gotten one of those yet. All right. Ooh, Mark 12 shield. That's actually nice. Sorry, you get a new shield. Alright, let's go beat up the Davidians here. Should be a group back here. Oh, I gotta redo my triple buff. Oh, yeah, Andrea, Space Wizardry is a lot of fun. For those of you who aren't aware what that is, science ships are a lot of fun. You can do a lot of crazy stuff with... Yep. Space Wizardry is a lot of fun. It takes a bit of setup to do it, but it's really, really, really cool. I have a lot of fun with my science ships. I like all the various styles of play, honestly. Yeah, getting myself fully kitted out on this character on this for the Vulcan ship I'm going to have is going to be tricky, but it should be very satisfying if I can pull it off. I think I should be able to. Yep. Yep, that makes sense. I like that layout, Andrea. Yeah, the graviton torpedo and the PEPs, the particle emission torpedoes, they're both really good. I'll talk to you in a second, Scotty, since I make sure I've gotten all the loot. I've gotten all the loot. Hello, Scotty.
Thanks for the help, friend. What were those things? That spirit snuck up on me. I noticed a spike in triolic energy, and I was working to adjust the station's shields to compensate. I went to fetch a hyperspanner, and I was attacked. If you want, I can finish my repairs before the triolic energy reaches lethal levels. By the way, you can call me Scotty.
And this is why he's confused that he's met me. Thought he met me before during the tutorial. Because he had. I just hadn't met him yet. My uniform's not that funny looking. I'm wearing a... and salute when you speak to me, dude. I'm an admiral. Check my cuffs. I'm a fleet admiral.
Just as I suspected, the triolic energy is increasing. We'll be cooked like a haggis.
That's it. I can't get mad at Scotty about not being, you know, on point with the, you know, the rank stuff. It's Scotty. I mean, I can't be mad.
Mark II versions. If we had one of those regulators, I could modify the flux coordinating sensors and use them to modulate the shields protecting the station. That would buy us some time. Go find Cassidy. She'll know where they are.
Wish I could be mad about that, but I just can't.
What were those things? They were floating, and one looked at me, and I felt so weak. And then it lifted me up.
Oh, also, you know, it's Scotty. I mean, Yeah, whatever, Cassidy.
Oh, are you looking for something from the store? A quantum what? I'm sorry. I'm just too scared right now to think about selling anything. I'm closing down until I get me wits about me. Maybe it would be best if I packed up and went back to Sherman's planet. I don't know. Maybe a nerve tonic would...
Nerve tonic, you say. All right.
What can I get you? A nerve tonic? Almost every culture in the galaxy has nerve tonics. Most worlds have multiple variations, and everyone thinks that the one their grandmother made is better than all the rest. Look, I tend bar at a commerce station in the middle of one of this quadrant's busiest trade routes. It's my job to be able to make anything you want, but you gotta be specific. I could make you 14,647 different nerve tonics, 18,397 if you're bullying. So, what kind do you want? Tell you what, one of the waitresses...
That's one of the worst Irish accents you ever heard. Oh, I don't know.
Talk to one of them, and then come back. I'm sure we can make exactly what you need.
I don't know. I'm sure I could intentionally do worse if I wanted to.
Who do you think you are? First the lights
But
go
I
so
don't.
Strange, then these weird creatures show up, and worst of all, you're here picking
I can do an okay one if I take a little time prepping it.
Dear, brave, handsome Captain Queen here. He could have been killed. You should be ashamed of yourself. Nerve tonics. How can I think about nerve tonics when my sweet Captain McQueen is injured? Well, if you want to know about any sort of exotic beverage, go ask that drunken Scotsman. Lieutenant Commander Scott. He knows more about alcohol than anyone I've ever met. While you do that, I'm going to make my sweet friends all better.
Did you get the quantum flux regulator? Nerve tonics? You don't look like you need one of those. These wee beasties are troublesome, but they're not as bad as a ship full of angry Romulans. Now, I have been known to enjoy an occasional nip of Scotch whiskey. That's the only nerve tonic you'll ever need.
I don't really disagree with him.
Oh, for Cassidy. Now that makes sense. She's a bonny lass, that Cassidy, and more than willing to spend a little time with a right Starfleet officer, if you know what I mean. But she hasn't got the stomach for fighting. Is she alright? I hate for anything to happen to her.
Oh, she's shaken up, but she'll be fine.
Glad to hear it. Sounds like she needs something to take a wee bit of the edge off. And that happens to be one of my specialties, along with transwarp transporter technology and warp field mechanics. Cassidy's been meeting me every evening in the bar for a spot of cheer, but I've never seen her order a nerve tonic. Perhaps if I told you what she likes, you'll be able to figure out the right mix. The bartender will help you. I've seen Cassidy order these drinks.
All right,
Cassidy
I'm just going to
didn't
go through
like
these
them.
here.
The only time I've seen
I know what they are, but you have to actually go through all these.
I've seen martinis. I've seen Cassidy order. Cassidy. I've seen Cassidy order these. Cassidy. I've seen Cassidy
All right,
order.
let's go. Doop a doop 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 doop. Yep, excuse me, bartender.
What can I get you? I'll need some more details before I can make a drink.
Hot.
What flavor profile are you looking for?
Sour.
What do you want this drink to be?
Little pick me up.
Would you like this drink?
Stemmed
The
glass.
rest is certainly not
Drop of
this,
honey.
be all the-
Pick up the glass.
Do you have a drink for me? Oh, I love warm drinks. They're so relaxing. Oh, there's a lovely sour note to this drink. I feel so refreshed. Oh, there's just enough oomph to this drink to make it really stick with ya. I like that. Oh, I love the style of this glass. It accentuates the flavor of the ingredients. Honey! No, not you. The drink. Oh, that little bit of sweetness is just perfect. It adds the most delightful note to each sip. Ah, that is marvelous. Oh, I'm feeling much better now, thank you. Alrighty, what tool was it you needed? Oh, a quantum flux regulator Mark II. I have one of those right here. Please, take it as a thank you.
Great. Doop 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 doop.
The right tool for...
There we go, beam up the ship. Let's get this mission over with. And there'll be Klingons here being annoying. They'll have to disable because we can't kill them. All right.
A ship from the House of Duras. I am Captain Bavat, son of Warat, and leader of my house. My brother died due to Duras' treachery. I will avenge his death with the destruction of 100 Duras ships. Prepare to die!
Yep, have to disable him.
Hull integrity below 75%.
How the hell did I get that low? Jesus. Shards here. Let's pull out a little bit, loop around. To shoot the Couve again. God damn it. Huh. Weird that I had to...
If you are receiving this message, then you and your crew have completed your mission. Driffin's comet is destroyed, and the Davidians are...
Thought I wasn't supposed to blow him up.
...the Federation. You've done well. And to prove that I'm not the immoral monster that some make me out to be, I'm going to help you.
That doesn't prove you're not.
Last docked at Deep Space K7.
That really doesn't prove you're not.
Modifications made to your vessel. One of those is the addition of a Borg temporal node salvaged from a cube in the Batron cluster. It's set to return you to our time.
And that really doesn't prove you're not a monster, but whatever.
Well done. Drake out. Excellent work. I knew I could count on you. The disappearance of Driffin's comet in the 23rd century will be a scientific curiosity. I have taken steps to suppress
we'll take that for now because I don't care.
Our involvement, and I trust that you and your crew will refrain from telling stories about what happened here. After all, we're getting along so well. One thing I hope you'll take away from all this is that any opinion you may have of the immorality of so-called rogue elements like Section 31 is a bit naive. Contrary to popular opinion among some Starfleet officers, we do not spend our days plotting evil and committing random acts of villainy like characters in a bad holo novel. We protect the Federation from threats. Thanks to you, the Davidians are no longer on that list. If you think about it, everything we do is to preserve the freedoms you so enjoy. You should be grateful. Drake out. Until next time.
I cannot stand Drake. Ooh, leveled. Another spec point. Hooray. I forgot to spend them again for a little while. I have continuity now. Hooray. All right, excellent. Superb. Fabu. Alright, can I actually refine my dilithium yet? No, I can't. God damn it. Yeah, damn it. Boo. Alright, let's see. What do we want to do now? That's the question. I got about half an hour before I got to wrap things up for the evening. Well, not for now, because I gotta make dinner in about half an hour. Available. I could start the Breen arc. I could start the Dominion War arc, the Lost Dominion arc. Both of which I do want to do. They both have stuff I want. I think I want to hold off on doing that for a bit. Actually, that's something I should do. I should check to see. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to go back to Sol System. I need to go to Sol. I need to do something with my duty officers. See if I can find at least green quality, decent stuff. I've got like the basic stuff you need for an engineer, but in not great quality. See if I can find like uncommons at least for a reasonable price. The exchange. See if I can hire some there on the exchange. You 1 second here. Nothing to note in my email. I want to check my email here quickly. So yeah, so yeah, we'll be. I mean, again, so I will probably do some more stuff off stream after I wrap up this for tonight because most of that stuff is just not interesting to watch. Like, you know, the omega particle farming and other stuff. I'm at the point now where I'm pretty comfortable doing most of the TFOs on normal. I'll feel more comfortable about that once I get my Bastion kitted up or I get the once I get the Bastion kitted out to work, I get my Hunter Escort, I need to make some money for that, and once I get the Vulcan Science ship, which will be Sunday, I think, and I get the gear for the Vulcan Science ship. My ground gear is decent enough for doing normals. I probably can handle advanced ground, I think. I'm not sure about elite ground. Alright, let's take a look at duty officers. Engineering. Fabrication engineer. Let's see how much the rares cost. Yeah, they're more pricey than I want to spend. Like 200,000 is I can afford it, but I'd rather not spend that much, especially as I can get I think the fabrication engineer is one I can get. Yeah, I can get the fabrication engineer and I can get the armory officer. The armory officer is the one I want, right? Yeah, I can get the fabrication engineer and the armory officer for just doing duty officers for that quality. So it's not worth spending money on that. I can get those for basically free. See if but a blue explosive expert would be nice. So let's see, rare, uncommon. Yeah, 45,000. That's worth. No, not you. Additional support drone. Yep. All right. Alright, I'm going to check armory officers. That's, I believe, security. Yep. 50,000. That's definitely worth it in the price range I'm willing to spend. And we'll see if we can get a blue explosives expert. I'm not running a quantum mortar right now, but I could, and I'd like to have them there. Explosive experts, I believe, operations. I'm correct. See how much a rare one of those costs. Yeah, 280,000. It's more than I want to spend right now, so that's fine. And then we'll check medical. We'll check some nurses. Green quality nurse should be fine. Yeah. Yep. All right, cool. we go. Oh, I know, Andrea, but they're cheap and they're fine. Again, they're cheap enough that like I will eventually get the EMH. Yeah, I know, but I want them until I get there. All right. Let me check. Maintenance engineer. Yeah, they're too expensive. That's too bad. Ugh. Assuming that's actually the one I want. I can't tell. Yep, okay, good. Two of those. Warp core engineer. Nope. Warp core engineer. All right. Yeah. Actually, let's check take a quick peek at how much they cost for rares. Yeah, it's still more than I want to spend. That's fine. I don't have the money right now for it, so... Yeah, the login server's been having issues today from what I understand. And tactical con officer is what I'm looking for. You are the one I want. Let me check if the rare one, how much the rare ones. I do want a rare. I would love to have a rare one. Yeah, that's actually worth it. 119 for that. That's actually really worth. All right. Can I fit in a second warp core engineer? I forget if warp core engineer is one of the ones you can only have one of or not. I forget. We'll find out. Yep, can only have one warp core engineer. That's fine. Law would be fine. Yeah, we're gonna run law. Because I'm going to be picking up something from the Brain Arc that I'll want that for. Done Nimbus 3 already. Did that off stream. Alright, that actually will help a lot. That gives me some duty officers who will be... that will make things work a little bit better. Not optimally yet. I'm not at the point yet where, like, I would rather... I've got a different setup I would rather have for this, but I just don't have the officers for it at the moment, which is too bad, but it's, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, how much does the Trojan Hunter cost out of curiosity? I don't have the money right now, but... I was running about 4 million. Okay, that's good. Excellent. We'll get that. That won't take me too long to get. Can I refine the lithium yet? Boo. No. I wish it would tell me when how long my cooldown on that was. So yeah, I've got a So basically what I've done here, just so people can sort of see what I'm doing. So in space, my tactical team now, I can use the tactical team more often and improves my crit chance when I activate it, which is nice. Very nice to have. Whenever I fire off a torpedo, it improves the recharge time of my torpedoes by 20% chance to reduce the recharge time by 5 seconds. The maintenance engineers reduce the recharge time on an engineering team by 4 seconds and improves hull healing for 15 seconds after I use it. It's actually very handy. So the two of them combined will reduce my recharge on engineering team by 8 seconds, which is very nice. You can get it down to like 15 seconds, which is big. And the Warp Core Engineer gives me, whenever I use emergency powered weapons, shields, or engines, or auxiliary power, there's a 20% chance that it'll spike my power levels by plus 15 power, which is just nice. The ground guys, they give me better chance. They give me a chance to beam an additional phaser, disruptor plasma turret, additional drone, additional mortar. If I was running a mortar, I might. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the baseline quantum mortar, but there's one in the rep system which is really good, and I'll probably switch over to that once I get there. And the nurses, basically, whenever I use a hypo, I can summon down nurses to give me more healing on the ground, which is nice. You can get a better version of that and of one of them in the storyline stuff later. So I got that up and running. I don't have the dilithium at the moment to do anything else. I think what else I can do in the meantime that would be of interest. I only have about 10 minutes. Okay. Cool, Andrea. So yeah, I'm going to be wrapping up stream here, and the thing for YouTube as well. For people on stream, I will be back probably later this evening after dinner. But I probably won't be playing this. I'll be doing something else. Not positive yet, but it'll probably be one of the 3 things that won the poll I posted on my Discord server and on Twitter the other day. Already the thing for Q. Nice. Yeah, I think that might be basically it. So yeah, things I'm going to be working on off stream, getting enough dilithium together and such to finish upgrading the my Bastion's beam weapons to Mark 12s. And then I got to figure out what I want to do for its engineering console layout. I know what some of the stuff I know one of the things I'm going to want for it is going to be a console I can get from the fleet. The enhanced neutronium alloy console that gives me bonus turn mode. I'm going to want that. I'm also going to want I'm going to be buying a conductive RCS mod. Conductive RCS accelerator. Probably one of the very rare category ones. If I can find one that has a decent additional mod that doesn't cost too much. That's going to have to wait until after I make some money. I know what one I want, but I can't. I won't be able to afford it, so I'm not going to try. I'm not even going to look for it. Control X might be one I grab. That'll be reasonably cheap. $10 million will get me the one with turn on it, which is nice, but I can't afford that. That's way outside my range. EPG is like one of the ones I would love to have for my science ship. Like, I would kill. This would be great to have for my science ship. Oh, that'd be so good. But that's just that's outside my price range. Like, I can't hold 40,000 credits at the moment, so you know. There's some reasonably priced EPS ones too. Those are actually very nice. Yeah, all right. I've got some things to look into. But I'm gonna get a conductive RCS mod with some mod on it that'll be decent. The neutronium thing from the fleet. Probably a second regular RCS mod of reasonable quality, and then probably those last two slots are probably going to be can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. EPS flow regulators are the other ones I'm probably going to want. So probably probably the conductive RCS and RCS neutronium alloy, and then 2 EPS flow regulators. Then for the science slots, I got to figure out what I want there. What's the price of the credit upgrade? It is 500 Zen. So I would need. Hang on. Let's see what's the going price right now. I'm nowhere near there at the moment. I've been using my Zen to actually. I've been using my dilithium to. Upgrade, get my ship into. Basically, I'm using the early dilithium I'm getting to get my gear into position where I can do the content I need to earn enough dilithium to sell for Zen. Basically, it's gone up to 332. Oof. It's up to 320 is what it's going for. 322 right now. Let's see. So I need roughly 161, somewhere a bit over 160,000 dilithium refined in order to get the credit cap increase. And I'll get there. That's actually, again, I'm basically I want to get my base gear up to snuff before I start saving up dilithium for selling for Zen. But that's my plan for the next time. Ideally, I also do want to upgrade my ground gear to the point where I feel comfortable doing higher level ground STFs, because that's where the money is. The money's really in the elite ground STFs. Let me show you what I mean by that. Elite Q R&D reward material packages go for like 200,000 each. You basically just churn your way through Elite STFs and sell off the reward packages, and they run from like 200,000 up. So yeah, that is what I would do. That is the most efficient way to get yourself up and running and earning credits in this game, is getting yourself to the point where you can chain run the Elite Q ground STFs, the Elite Difficulty ground STFs, and that'll earn you dilithium and those boxes that you can sell off for EC, and that'll get you there. That'll get you building cash pretty quickly. Outside of the events like the Omega particle farming event, where that's another way to make money Anywho, thank you everybody for watching. I should probably wrap up here and go make dinner. Again, as I said at the beginning of the video, if you've got questions for me, for questions about free-to-play STO, advice, all that stuff, just leave me a message on the comments on YouTube, or you can shoot me a tweet. Tweet them at me. My Twitter handle is @MechaGM, and I'll try to work them into the next video. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you guys had fun, and yeah, we'll be back next time with more of this.